Okay, if you've ever run a small business or you're a freelancer, you know the grind. I'm talking about booking appointments, the endless back and forth emails, constantly checking your calendar. It's just this low-level stress that's always there. So today, we're going to break down how you can transform that manual chaos into, well, a state of automated calm. First up, let's just set the scene. We got to talk about this pain point because it's so universal. It's that daily scheduling struggle, the one that can just eat up hours of your precious time. And this quote, wow, it just says it all, doesn't it? That feeling of being totally overwhelmed by what should be a pretty simple task. I mean, it's a great problem to have. It means you're getting clients, but it's also a sign that the admin side of things is starting to buckle under the pressure. So what did this manual process actually look like in practice? It's a story a lot of us are probably going to recognize. It usually starts with a pretty smart, simple tool, but one that still leaves a whole mountain of manual work waiting for you. So the business was already using Google Forms to grab booking requests from clients. And look, that's a great first step, right? It gets all that initial info organized in one spot. But this is where the real work actually began. Yeah, every single time a client filled out that form, it kicked off this whole chain reaction of manual tasks. This was not a set it and forget it kind of deal. It was more like a set it and now the real work begins situation. First up, good old manual data entry. The owner had to literally copy the client's info from the form response and then paste it into their own spreadsheet or tracking system. It's so tedious, and it's exactly where those tiny but costly mistakes can creep in. Next, they'd have to pop open their Google Calendar and manually block out the time for the appointment. That means double-checking dates, triple-checking times, making absolutely sure there are no overlaps. It's another step, which means another chance for human error. And finally, the last piece of the puzzle, they had to sit down, write, and send a confirmation email back to the client. To confirm the appointment, give the client some peace of mind, but it's yet another repetitive task for the owner. And when you add these 3 steps up across dozens of clients, it is a huge time sink. But then came that aha moment, that feeling of, wait a minute, there has to be a better way. And this is where a single, really powerful tool steps in to become the hero of our story, connecting all the dots and just wiping out all that manual work. And that tool is Zapier. Now, if you're not familiar with it, just think of Zapier as like the universal translator for all your apps. It lets different programs, like your Google Forms, your Gmail, your Google Calendar, it lets them all talk to each other and trigger actions automatically. And the best part? You don't have to write a single line of code. So, with this new tool ready to go, the entire process got a complete redesign. What used to be this 3-step manual chore was transformed into a totally seamless 5-step automated flow. Let's take a look at how it works. Okay, so this new workflow, it's like a set of digital dominoes. It all gets triggered by just one action. So step 1, a client submits the Google form. Instantly, and I mean instantly, Zapier auto-sends a professional confirmation email. That's step 2. Then, for step 3, it logs the whole booking in a Google Sheet, creating a perfect digital paper trail. Step 4 is where the magic really happens. It automatically adds the event to the owner's Google Calendar. No more double bookings. And finally, step 5, it just sends a quick heads-up email to the business owner. The entire manual process just done, flawlessly, in seconds, without anyone lifting a finger. So, what's the bottom line here? What did this whole transformation actually achieve? Well, this is the core promise of automation, right? Taking those repetitive, error-prone tasks right off your plate so you can focus on what actually matters. The result is a system that isn't just faster, it's smarter, way more reliable, and completely stress-free. And this, right here, just shows you the difference so clearly. You go from the manual grind, with all its risks and delays, to the automated flow. Suddenly, the process is fully automated, it's 100% reliable and accurate, and it gives everyone instant, real-time updates. The game changer is getting rid of the risk and adding in that incredible speed. Let's just quickly break down the key impacts here. First, all that manual data entry and calendar checking we talked about, gone. Just vanished from the to-do list. Second, that risk of double booking or just flat-out forgetting an appointment, the automated system makes that pretty much impossible. And the result of all of this is the biggest benefit of all: real, genuine peace of mind for the client and for the business owner. This final quote just wraps up the whole journey perfectly. It's a complete transformation. What was once a major source of stress is now this smooth, trustworthy system that just works in the background, letting the business owner get back to doing what they do best. And that brings us to the end of this explainer, but really, it's just the beginning of a whole new way of thinking. This isn't just about booking appointments. It's about spotting those repetitive, manual grinds in your own work. So the question I want to leave you with this is, what's the first tedious task that you're going to automate?